Um, okay, my friends. Good morning.
Morning, Joseph.
Are we verbal yet? No?
Right.
Okay. That's okay. Fair enough.
Okay.
Um, Good news is you don't have to be. Um, so what we're gonna do today, we're gonna start the session with, or I say officially start the session with, we have some adductors, rock backs, which we've done before. There's just an official name for them now, so I'll show them to you there. Followed by, so you're doing 10 per side on those, followed by 10 squats, so just body weight, nothing crazy into a 20-second squat hold. It says hold on to rig. You can hold on to something sturdy if you need it,
Mhm.
right? Or as low as you need to, right? So if you can't hold on to something, that's okay. We're doing 10 squats and a 20-second hold. That's kind of the basis there. And then we have 10 plank into down dogs. If we still have a shoulder thing going on, we can make some adjustments.
Yep.
We're just looking to open up the shoulder and the chest and all that good stuff. Um, And then once you've done that for 3 sets, your rock backs, squats with a hold, and plank down dogs, we're gonna have 4 sets of we have 10 hip thrusts, right? Weighted or unweighted, not critical. Okay. 10 goblet cyclist squats, which we may or may not have done before. I can't recall, but I'll demonstrate those. And then 10 push-ups. So resting as needed between any of those stations. And then the accessory work to be determined. With a lower body focus, we have lunges. Upper body focus, we have kind of overhead pressing. So can't decide yet, but we will discuss when we get there. And for those watching in the future, it'll be listed, as in there'll be decision will have been made by the time you see this. So let's just do some check-in, cat, cow, bird, dogs, see how the bodies are feeling, and then I'll start back with I'll jump back in with the rock backs. I hope everyone who's stuck in Victoria can get out. I think the weather's been messing with flights.
Oh.
I mean, he seems relatively okay, but still a bit of an annoyance. Again, 10 or so a piece. If you want to do more or less, we're just looking to check in with the body. That's really the focus here. Joseph, how'd your ride go?
Went surprisingly well the whole
Yeah,
time.
good.
Zero sleep deprivation issues, which was the big goal.
Awesome.
Wow.
What issues typically come up? I mean, I can think of a few, but like specifically for long, like the 600K stuff, like what are typical like symptoms or issues that come up with sleep deprivation for you?
Um, Usually after sleeping after the first leg, the second leg at some point, I'm so tired where I can't ride in a straight line, so I have to lie
Yeah,
in. So that
yeah,
never happened
yeah.
because I slept longer. I slept for 3 hours rather than
Okay.
one, which was, I needed. It was this ride was a good testing ground for how much sleep I needed.
Yeah, totally.
So that felt good, and then um, other bike related things like is my saddle good enough for 600K to the
Yeah,
point where I didn't. I never thought to myself, wow, I don't want to sit on my bike.
yeah. That's cool. I'm glad to hear it went well.
Okay.
Yeah, sometimes you just don't know till you don't know, you know? Like
You have
you
the
have to get
experience.
that time duration or, you know, distance to be like, nope, this is not good. We need to change something.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of confidence gain going into next training next year for
Good. And what are you training for? Sorry, I feel like I'm
it's to ride in Europe. It's 1200K if I qualified. But
okay.
after finishing this event, I think I have a lot more confidence
Cool. Are you
because
training for Paris Paris or no?
yeah, it's PvP.
Yeah. Okay. I figured. I was like, you're at 1200K. This is all, yeah, all ringing a bell now. Very cool. Um, well, if you need a Sherpa just to, help, by that I mean bring
I'm
it.
inviting everyone at this point. If you want to come to France next August 2027, you're invited.
I was gonna say, I volunteer as tribute.
Open invitation.
Um,
Oh,
yeah, I go on one trip and I'm like, great, when are we going again? I'm like, I'm like, cool. So what can we afford now? Where are we going? I was like, Wales, maybe, perhaps? I don't know. There's also the tour that's going to Edinburgh. So you're like, you're like, uh-oh, we have to make decisions. Um, and soon. Okay, let's talk about these rock backs. Basically, the adductor is this inseam part of your leg. So don't go crazy hard on this guy. You're gonna be a tabletop position. And then, so if I'm a tabletop facing you, I'm just kick my leg to the side. And then I'm just gonna rock my hip back. So this side, show you here, from the same position, I'm just gonna rock back. Nothing crazy, right? And I'm getting a gentle stretch. It's okay if you're not getting anything serious, but on this inside foot. Okay, so we're doing 10 per direction. So tabletop, leg to the side. Then we're just going back and forth. If you're not having any extreme sensations, that's okay. With the foot up, sure, but I don't really mind. Foot up tends to be a little more adductor insertion into the groin. Foot down is a little more just the whole thing for me. Doing 10 per side. I also get a nice stretch on the glute that I'm leaning back into because it's nice. So a little double whammy here. Once you have 10 or so, do the other side. Noticing differences per side, totally valid. I can already tell my left side's a little less, it's a little stiffer, which is okay. Um, just kind of respecting that. And 10 per direction. Once you have your 10 per side, let's go ahead and move into 10 body weight squats. Don't worry about depth yet. I just want to see how your body responds to squatting right now. So feet will be typically about hip to shoulder width apart. Right, where standing foot position is relative. So toes out, whatever you like. On the side, my hips move behind me and down. Whatever I feel good with. I'm not going to worry about that. 10 reps, excuse me. On my 10th rep, I'm going to hold this for a count of 20 in your own head. 2, 3, 4. You get the idea. Okay. Obviously, you need to come out within those 20 seconds. That's okay. If you're at home, I said rig, obviously. I assumed you, right, made a broad assumption. If a squat rack is an option, if you need to hold on to like a door jamb, that's okay. Whatever it is. Hands off the knees, my friends. Yeah. No touching. Good. Beautiful. Once you have those 20-second holds, yeah, good. If 20 is too long, make it shorter, but I want like at least a 10-second hold. And finally, 10 planks to down dogs. If that's a no-go, Carol, let me know. Arisa, sorry. Thinking someone else.
I'm
Carol, that's
gonna
no
try
problem.
a little bit today. Yes, thank you.
Okay, great. So plank down dogs, don't worry about going crazy hard, otherwise you can go back to the shoulder circles. Sorry, Carol's one of my clients who you weirdly look very similar to, Arisa. But everyone's like, little, good, good. 10 plank to down dogs. Or I said slash a shoulder opener of your choice. So if you have a different thing or a limitation in a plank position, I think everyone here is okay. Do that instead for about 10 reps. You're going to repeat this triplet again. We'll try 2 rounds. If you feel good after 2, we can pause. If you are feeling good and you want to do 3, do 3. So at least 2 sets. And with this adductor, so adduction, um, as opposed to ABD, um, just think about making sure that you're going to an appropriate length of a stretch, nothing crazy hard. You're stretching the inseam basically of your leg. And per side, followed by and then your squats. So 10 squats, if that 20-second hold is too spicy, you want to leave some room for doing other stuff. 10 seconds, cut it in half. But I want to hold at the bottom. I say pain-free specifically in joints. Um, so sharp, painful stuff, not good. If it's like muscle fatigue, I'm absolutely fine with that. Or if we're coming off a clinical setting, physical therapy, again, an appropriate level of discomfort. Not triathlete level discomfort. They're 2 different things. That's a separate category. Um, nice job. Keeping hands off the legs. Beautiful work. It's like when you do wall sits, you can't touch your legs. You're bracing against yourself. Forgive the analogy. It's a bit like using a restroom that you don't want to sit on. We've all done. Or like, nope, not sitting on that. But you only have one option, and you're like, well, here we go.
Well, depending on what's happening, I might have 2 options.
Yes, well, you might have 2 options. Arisa and I have one. So I've heard like, they have like any number of products that help you pee standing up. But apparently it takes practice, I've been told.
Like
Like all my
golfing.
friends who do like they do the van camping and they're like, yeah, you could do it, but it's challenging.
You don't always hit the mark.
That's true. I think when your instincts, right, like the instinct like not to let go till you sit down, it's like your brain's like, nope, don't do it yet. No, no, you're still standing. So I have yet to try them, but I would say it's been suggested by other people. I'm like, just try it in the shower first.
No
Because
risk.
like, you know what? What are you gonna do? You're fine. No, you have 2 options, Joseph. Congratulations. one. I'm actually surprised with the live. I haven't watched like live race coverage in a while, but I'm surprised they don't get more shots of the Peloton using the bathroom because I was like, whoop, pan camera.
My
And
favorite is when they're doing it while they're rolling.
yeah, the thing is, depending on the wind direction, you get pee on your shoes. I guess as again, as triathletes, maybe not such a big deal. However, still, I have questions. And also you see like their domestic holding them up, like holding this,
Yeah, right.
just like, don't fall over. I feel like the practice on that doesn't feel like it's worth the risk personally. But also I can't imagine with skin suits coming to belly buttons these days. Like anyway, I have questions, logistical questions. But
What if there's a special hole?
there has to be. But
Not a
then
tube?
but then how follow-up question, if there is said hole, how does it not fall out? Just these are things I'm curious about.
The magic of Lycra.
Magic Lycra. Lovely. So beautiful. So we're going into second or third? Two? Okay. Nice job with the squat. Hold toes down. Think knees just a little bit out. Imagine pushing against a band with your knees, but keeping your toes down. Good. 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 So we're doing at least 2 sets of this. Again, 3 is welcome. With the down dog, you also might get a bit of a hamstring and back stretch too. Depends on what you emphasize. He's gone. Sad. Okay. Okay. Let's look at that. 47.
All right.
Looking for a prompt. So we'll go over hip thrusts, which we've done before. No big deal. Okay. The cyclist squats, however, you need something to stand on. So heel on something. Just a little lift. So maybe it's a book, or it's a yoga block, or it's, I don't know, something. Just a little something. Okay. So just gonna find a little lift for your heels. That's all we're looking for. Trying to pick a cookbook that will fit my feet. Really? So that's what I'm going to do. Same size? Lovely. If you don't want to read your cookbooks, that's okay. I'm just gonna use books because that's what I have. So let's review the hip thrust first. Which I think at this point we're pretty familiar with. But in case not, you're gonna lean up against something. Make sure it's braced if it's a couch. My rib cage is down, right? I'm gonna squeeze my butt, and then I'm gonna go ahead, just tuck my chin while I lift. 1, right? 2, basically glute bridge with a little extra range of motion. So we have 10 of those. Cyclist squats, they're more quaddy. So if we have tight hips and ankles, or tight ankles specifically, that's fine. You can place your book or books or yoga blocks, okay, underfoot. I'm gonna put my heels here. So it's like wearing lifting shoes, basically. You can't see my chest, that's okay. I'm gonna hold a weight, imaginary weight here for the sake of demonstration, and then squat down. I'll actually keep my chest up, be load here more. And we're doing sort of head weight here. By holding weight in front. So I would be holding this. I'm imagining a goblet position. Yeah, we can go this way. But this loads the quad more, just a little more upright. That's your cyclist squat. And then our 10 push-ups, any kind of variation that you can tolerate or manage. Okay, so let's start with, we're doing 4 sets of those. 10 hip thrusts, 10 cyclist squats with or without weight. So loading the quad and staying upright is more challenging enough. Keep it unloaded. If you want to add weight, add weight. And then 10 push-ups. If you can't lift your heels up, obviously that's fine. Oh, hi, Min. I see a tiny house lion. Yep. And depending on the height of your object, so what you're leaning up against for the hip thrust, you may not need to touch the ground. So if it's higher up, your butt might touch the ground. If it's nice and low, like my couch is, then I can touch the ground. If you can't lean up against anything, glute bridge. That's fine. Yeah. So heels are slightly elevated. You do first run unweighted. That helps to see how you respond. You might find your torso stays a little more upright because we've allowed this. This is kind of what lifting shoes do for you when we wear lifting shoes with a little bit of a heel. Yeah. Good. A little more quaddy than hamstringy. Good. And 10 push-ups, knees. If you could do negatives being the laying down, planking down, warming up. I would suggest sticking with like 5 reps. If you're doing up and down, pushing, you could do the full volume. Obviously modify as needed. And you also get a rest between, at the very least, between rounds. So once you've done your push-ups, you can rest. And you might add weight to either the hip thrust, so dumbbells, for most of us, and or the goblets, the cyclist squats. And same thing, do a single leg variation on those hip thrusts if that feels more effective. Yeah, just depending on the size of your dumbbell, it might sit in the hip crease, but just if your range of motion varies a little bit. This lighting is very flattering, Joseph. You look like you're being chosen.
I can play.
Good. Yeah. If you find a better way to carry that kettlebell, Joseph, that's fine. As long as you're carrying it. That's pretty. I know it's just awkward. Good. Go. Excellent. We do all 10 push-ups for 4 sets. That'd be 40 push-ups. If that feels like a lot, even reducing I would say, making it less challenging per set, right? Knees, elevate the hands. If you find 40 reps to be about 10 reps too many, or whatever it is, modify the volume per set, right? A challenging variation that you can sustainably do. And think total volume, divide by 4-ish. It's okay if you're not, it's not a number. See, look, resting. We still fall asleep, but resting. I'm guessing when your son was younger, Risa, you probably, quote, rested your eyes a lot. My mom used that on me too. I was like, I think you're lying to me. Don't know if I believe you. Good. And the stance on those cyclist squats, Joseph, unless you're on like one block and you're kind of blocked in, you can be a little more generous with your stance. You don't
It's
have to be
because
like,
my yoga blocks are uneven.
oh,
Yeah.
fair. If that feels like weirdly dodgy, just do like regular goblet squats or make a little
Believe me,
shim for the other one. Yeah, if you have two different size yoga blocks, I could see how that could be a little bit.
I tried it in the fourth round.
Yeah, that's
I didn't want to be uneven, one heel higher than the other.
yeah, that would be weird. You'd be like, oh, weird. One knee hurts more than the other. It's like you're loading one knee more. Um, I luckily have two books exactly the same size, which is kind of dumb luck. Um, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's totally fine to be flat, like just like, you know, just feet flat on the ground. If you can't find an even low, or like, not everyone has like a little lip somewhere. I think they call it tripping hazard usually, but it's very handy if you're trying to do these. I think dumbbells are kind of big. It depends on the size of your feet. My feet are kind of small, so. Marisa, you seem good, but let's not push our luck with the shoulder. Yeah. So 5 to 8.
Yeah, I've been doing like 6, 7, 8. So
Just so like you think like total volume, so 6 times 4, 24, very reasonable number. 40 is not a bad number. It's just a lot on a shoulder that's feeling better. Um, good. Nice job. Do you have TT extensions for your bike?
I do not, but I was half considering them because
Yeah, the comfort bars seem to be really effective for people.
the
Just,
what?
well, they call them comfort bars for endurance stuff instead of TT stuff.
Yeah, I mean different hand position.
Slightly, but the principle remains the same.
Yeah,
You're not on your hands.
exactly.
Yeah,
My tender.
valid. think we still might have the Taj Mahal actually for you. Did you bring that back to you yet?
What about the Taj Mahal?
We borrowed it. I don't know if we got it yet.
Oh, I don't think you have, but I mean, we have.
We'll bring it. We'll coordinate a time. Can't remember.
We'll coordinate.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it. Okie dokie. Well deserved. Let's do this. I've made a decision for the group. Let's do a lower body focus because we tend to have more muscular endurance there. If there's time and want for an upper body circuit, I'll demonstrate those things. We can absolutely do that if there's time remaining. Okay. So what we have next is 10 per side. I wrote forward lunges. If you need to step backwards, it's okay to step backwards. And these are non-alternating. So we're doing 10 on one leg before switching the other. And weighted, I would say, is optional. As in start unweighted if that feel like a better choice. And then you can go from there. So 10 lunges, which I think is pretty self-explanatory, but just in case, right? We are moving forward, plank foot, back knee may or may not touch the ground. Right, so non-alternating, 10, switch. Okay. Followed by weighted calf raises. 10 per side, so 20. 20 total, 10 per side. Now with balance, my balance is objectively not great. So I tend to kind of use support, a wall, a sofa, a mantelpiece, whatever you like. The weighted element is here. So if I'm near my mantle, I'm gonna use my left leg. And then I'm gonna have my weight, bring 20, sorry, 10 total, 10 per side, excuse me, words, calf raises. If weight in hand doesn't feel great, if we just do just calf raises, but per leg if we can do single leg. That makes sense? And then we've alternating, so 20 total, alternating V-ups, dead bugs, core work. So for the V-up, the alternating element is the leg position. Now, if you want to do 2 feet, 10 total. Otherwise, for most of it, it's going to be right hand, left leg, foot, alternating. Right, that's too much. Maybe it's touch the knee, or it's our good old fashioned, right? 1, 2. So any core work for your third station. Okay, let's start with your lunges. 10 per side. I wrote forward if we need to step backwards to relieve some knee pressure. That's fine. We're doing 10 per leg before switching, or 10 on one side before switching to the other. Beautiful. I don't mind hands behind your back, Arisa. That's fine. No, you're good. Just keep in mind, there's a balance problem. The hands have to come out to help. I prefer airplane hands personally, because at least the hands are ready. It's a bit like walking with your hands in your pockets when you know there's ice on the ground. It's just a bit of a choice. It's not a wrong choice. It's just a choice. I had a coworker do that once. It didn't end well. She's fine. She just landed on her face instead. She was fine. But if you ever lived anywhere cold or you live anywhere cold, you know what I'm talking about. Keep your hands out of your pockets if you can help it. Good. Excellent. You have our calf raises next. 20 total, 10 per side. You do not need to hang on to something if your balance is better than mine. But if you need to hang on, even like using a dowel or if you don't have something vertical to hang on to, you can hang on to like a broomstick. Yeah, good. And that deficit we used before for the cyclist squats, you may put your ball of your foot on that this time, as long as your object is stable. Sometimes having a little deficit's nice, but good. And per side on the calf raises, we're doing 3 sets of this, not 4. Okay. And then 20 as we're alternating V-ups. These could be dead bugs. It could be a plank hold. It could be shoulder taps. Something that helps you brace your belly. You're doing a hold, nice metric holds. I'm only thinking about 30 seconds or so. Maybe a little longer. But if you're moving dynamically, like you two are, you're fine. Excuse me. Sorry. If you're doing the two-footed ones, two-footed the V-ups, just do 10 instead of 20.
Tell me twice.
Do more. No, yeah, if you're not alternating, yeah, cut it in half. If you're an ex-gymnast, maybe stick with 20. I don't know. You tell me. Some people are, find a volume that feels appropriate. Okay, you're gonna do a start back at the top. Good. Like everything else, resting between sets. Planting that foot and then making sure you feel balanced before going down. Once you have your lunges, and you can rest between legs, by the way. So you can do 10 lunges, rest, and then switch to legs. You follow by your calf raises. If weight feels like a little too much extra, just start with body weight. Just yourself. You have your 20 alternating dead bugs, V-ups, tuck-ups, or if we're doing V-ups, feet together, 10. Good job. finishing round 2, starting round 3.
Did someone just give away my taro bun?
My taro bun.
That was my taro bun.
Your Tori said it was my taro bun.
Oh, she told me that she got me a taro bun.
What?
Yeah, she got you the 2-piece.
I'm so confused. I wondered who was eating my taro bun. I was gonna take it to work today. I was like, who's eating my taro bun? It was you.
My sister told me that I was a jerk if you were unknown. So.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I'll leave.
No, this is important. This is very important.
I mean, it was designated for me, and I guess somebody else.
The box says Elizabeth and Victoria on it. It doesn't say Joseph anywhere on the box.
I didn't want to write my name too.
What?
I got lazy.
It's so undisciplined. I know.
That's upsetting when you're expecting something and then it's not there.
In fairness, I got 2 for myself yesterday, so I already had one. It was just I was saving that second one so I could eat it over the course of like the next day. And here we are.
That's fair.
I've been thieved.
Thieves in your house.
I live with 6 thieves.
6 thieves.
Anywho, thank you. I gotta go shower and drop off.
Go for it.
Alrighty, see ya.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. You're good, Risa. We have time. You can finish off these ones.
Okay, yes, I'm just
Really,
getting
close your arms.
my last leg lift, the V-ups. Oh wait, how many did I already do?
Oh,
All right.
how many did you do?
I don't know. I think I did 1 or 2, so this will be 4.
You've done it. Oh, you mean like sets?
Oh, sets. This is on I'm on the 3rd one.
Yeah. As in the last one.
Yes.
Good. Yeah. I know we promised. I might have mentioned upper body. I'll just add it in next week. Yes. So it's just a full lower body focus day. Nice job. If you don't touch your toes, that's fine. That might just literally be like a flexibility thing, like as in
All right.
you can't, like as in you can't, if you can't touch your toes normally without bending your knees,
Oh,
it's fine if there's a knee bend.
okay.
Yeah. And if we reach for the calf or the knee,
Okay.
it's slightly, I wouldn't say it's easier. I think it's less hard.
Oh. I mean, I can touch my toes when I'm bending over, but maybe.
Well, so yeah, it's just sort of baseline flexibility. It doesn't mean you can do a V-up. What it does suggest is you can touch your toes without bending your knee.
Ah. Okay.
Good.
All right. I've lost count on these 2. Okay.
And sometimes enough is enough.
Okay.
Okay. You're like, man. I mean, it's good. If you were still cold, I would be a little concerned.
Okay. Oh no, not cold anymore. No.
Oh, not cold. Open a window. Actually, it's actually quite nice out, so maybe the breeze will feel good now that you're a little sweaty.
It's supposed to be windy though. Okay.
Yeah, agreed. Beautiful work. I will I'll make sure that the appropriate thing is posted.
Okay. All All right.
Bye.
Thank
Good
you.
work.
All right. Bye-bye.